KTRS from your cell phones or 1-888-550-KTRS. I'm Jeff Lapidus, the retirement coach.
I'm Erin Lapidus, the health insurance coach.
Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. When it comes to making big decisions, it makes good sense to seek out expert advice. That's why I like to offer all of our listeners the opportunity for a free 60-minute coaching session. It's fun, it's free, and more importantly, it's at my offices in Clayton, where we have free parking and the best coffee in town. So why wait? Give me a call today, 314-863-0008. That's 314-863-0008. Or send me an email, jeff@jblfinancial.com.
Now, back to Straight Talk and Retirement on the Big 550 KTRS. Here's Jeff and Erin Lapidus.
That's right. We're back here on the Big 550 KTRS Talk Radio St. Louis. I'm Jeff Lapidus, the retirement coach.
I'm Erin Lapidus, the health insurance coach.
And we are willing, we are waiting, and we are wanting to answer your questions at 969-KTRS, star KTRS from your cell phones, or 1-888-550-KTRS. Cool. Well, a little quiet this morning, which is always fun. And we know that we've dealt with Medicare already. We had our Medicare section, which I'm sorry, we didn't remember to say that. That segment, sponsored this week and every single week
by our good friends at Coventry Healthcare of Missouri.
And Aetna Company. And we do thank the folks so much from Coventry for sponsoring and their continuing sponsorship of our show. Here, what's the purpose of a coaching session?
Well, I think there are a lot of purposes to a coaching session.
I think there's really, in my mind, I think there are really two primary purposes.
Okay.
Confirmation.
I like that.
And expanding your thinking.
Thinking about things in a different way, potentially?
Yeah, getting new ideas, adding information into that scope that you might not have considered before. So let's kind of talk about that.
Okay.
You know, when we get to confirmation, most folks that come to visit with us, I have to tell you what, 98% of them, they're ready to retire. They want to retire.
They want to and they can, or they want to and they want to.
There you go. And they really have 4 or 5 essential questions on their minds. Sometimes they verbalize them, but we know what they are, right?
Yes, we do. The first question is, have I accumulated enough?
Yeah, do I have enough to be able to duplicate the income that I had before so I can continue the lifestyle that I want?
The next question, and this is a good one. When can I retire?
Yeah, and there's always, and generally we're seeing, we do see single folks, whether they're either never been married or widowed or divorced, etc. But we see a lot of couples, and so the when can I retire really means when can he retire or when can she retire?
And so we, before every coaching session, we send out a financial questionnaire that just asks for some background information. And one of the questions is, are you currently working? And when do you plan to retire? And I think one of the funniest answers we saw on this was, yes, I'm currently working. And the answer to when can I retire is when Jeff says so.
That was a good one.
Also, it lets me call you Jeff one time.
Don't get used
for the purpose of the story.
Don't get used to that, child. So, anyways, that was kind of fun. And again, folks aren't asking permission. What they're doing is they really want confirmation. Have we done our job? And then, frankly, how do we make that transition? Another question that they ask is, how is my mix? Are my investments in the right places? Have I purchased the right things? Is my stock to bond mix in the right place so that I can continue? And you know what? We don't usually answer that question right away because the truth of the matter is that we know that the determinant of the return that you'll earn every year on your investments isn't really based on what you're buying. It's based on your true mix of stock, the bonds, the cash.
Right.
We also know that everyone will eventually become cash flow now.
Right. We definitely have clients that retire and they do not need additional income from their assets to make their lives work. They have pensions, they have Social Security, or they may have a spouse that's continuing to work, so their income supplements enough to continue to fulfill all the needs that they have. But there are individuals that need cash flow as soon as they retire because maybe both spouses have finally retired or they're an individual. But for those people that don't take cash the on day one when they retire at 70 and a half, if they have retirement accounts, which almost all of our clients do,
right,
you have to start taking those required minimum distributions.
Right, so you become cash flow now folks at the same time. So am I in the right mix is really going to be determined on when you need to take cash flow and also the level of cash flow that you need as well.
What your goals are.
Exactly. So again, we're always getting back to how much are you spending today. And in that same vein, they're also usually asking, how can I minimize taxes? Is there a way to minimize taxes? I mean, the funniest question is, can I take money out of my retirement plans that I never pay taxes on? Is there some way to take it out and not pay taxes? That's what everyone asks.
You know what? You can, but then you end up in the green, in the orange jumpsuit.
Exactly. The answer is no. So think about it. Money's not really yours until until you pay the piper, right?
That's right, because if you think about your paycheck, your employer withheld those taxes for you, sent them off to the government, and then you got your money. But no one ever paid any taxes on the money inside of your retirement account.
And many folks do have their thought process about, as I like to call it, turning on the faucets. You know, I like to think of money, Aaron and I both do, in terms of, we think about them as pools, reservoirs. Most folks have an emergency fund that's a pool. Many folks have maybe personal investments, savings, CDs, etc. That's another pool.
Or we even see people that have, vacation pools. They've already started things like that, Christmas pools of money.
Exactly, to do capital consumption events. The other primary pool might be a Roth IRA, Roth IRAs, and then typically we call it the pre-tax pool, the qualified retirement.